now we're on the last part of our lesson. This part of the lesson talks about something called expanded notation. Now, you may be wondering, what in the world, why do we have to do something like this? Well, it'll be more important later on with other lessons, so it's something you have to learn now to use later, okay? Just trust me. So, expanded notation. This starts with a number like this, 5,020. In expanded notation, we don't so much care about all of the numbers, but we more care about their value. So to write a number in expanded notation, we're writing it according to its value in the number. So we look for first all of the non-zero digits. That in this number would be the 5 and the 2. Okay? I'm going to turn myself a little bit so that I can write a little easier and you'll actually see numbers. So 5 and 2 are your non-zero digits. So you write that digit, then you multiply it by the value of the place that it's in. So the 5,000 is in the thousands place. The 5, I should say, is in the thousands place. So it's 5 times 1,000. And then you close that in parentheses. Now you have the next non-zero digit, which in this case is 2. It's in the tens place. So 2 times 10. Close it in parentheses and put an addition sign between those two. So 5 times 1,000 plus 2 times 10. That's your number written in expanded notation. Now to go back from expanded notation to a regular number, we just work backwards. Here I have 4 times 10,000. So that means that I have a 4 in the 10,000s place. Do I have a thousands place? Well, let's see. 4 times 10,000 plus 6 times 100. I skipped it. I don't have a thousands place. So that means my number there is a 0. And I know the next thing should be a comma. Then I have 6 times 100. Well, that's my next place, so I put 6 in the hundreds place. Next is the tens place. Do I have a 10? Nope, there's no 10, so that means it's a 0. Plus 5 times 1. So 5 goes in the ones place. And that's your number, written going from expanded notation to regular notation, also known as standard form. You'll see that on your practice. It asks you for the standard form, it means you're writing the regular number. Okay? All right, look at this number, 6,305,126. If I want to write this in expanded form, I'm going to start on this end with my 6. It's in the millions place. So 6 times 1 million. Close that in parentheses. Plus the next one. My next digit is 3. And it is in the 100,000s place. Close it in parentheses. Add it to my next one. My next digit is 5, which is in the thousands place. Close my parentheses, add it to the next number, which is the 1, which is in the hundreds place. Close parentheses, add it to the next number, which would be 2 in the tens place. Close parentheses, add it to the next number, which is 6 in the ones place. Okay? So there you have it. That's expanded notation. Remember, expand means when something gets larger. So you should have noticed that your number got way bigger. It's not hard, it's actually kind of fun, but it does make your number a lot bigger. Okay? Make sure that as you're doing your homework that you check each problem. There's a very, very important system that you're going to have to be getting used to. It's a little different than the math that you did before with Miss Bethany. In this math book, in this math class, you need to do your problem either 2 times or do it where you can check it on the paper. There's no way for you to check this on your paper. So the only way that you can really check it is to do it 2 times. And that is part of your homework. If I receive your work from you and it's not done twice, then you have to redo it, the whole thing 2 times. And that's a lot to redo. So make sure that you're doing it 2 times a piece. You don't want to do that. Also, you need to check in the back of your book are the answers to the odd problems. So you need to, after you do the problem, you need to go check them in the back of your book. You need to show all of your work. If you're not showing all of your work, it will be very obvious to me that you are not doing your work before you check it in the back of your book. So you shouldn't be getting any odd problems wrong, because if you check a number in the back of your book and it's incorrect, then you need to go back into your homework and do it the correct way. Only the odd number problems are in the back of your book. So check those, make sure you get them correct. I will be sending out tomorrow morning the answers to today's homework. You need to check the answers and then correct any incorrect problems. Send me a picture that you did that you corrected your problems, and so I know that you did that work. And then I'll see it when it's brought in to me, okay? If I'm not seeing this work that I'm asking for, then you will have to redo it, okay? So you don't want to have to do that. Make sure that you give me exactly what I asked for. Do all of your problems 2 times, or where you can check it on the paper. If you can't check it on the paper, where I can see you checked it, then you have to do it 2 times. If you're not sure, go ahead and do it 2 times, because you don't want to have to redo everything. Okay? Okay, one more thing before we do your practice. Now, today's practice is pretty easy, so I'm not going to do a separate explanation video for this practice. Plus, our video is running kind of long. So, I'm going to just go ahead and give you the answers after you do the practice. And then, if you have any questions, if you feel like you don't understand this concept, please let me know. Send me a message, and I will be happy to help you. We can do a video call or something like that if you need a little bit more help. Okay, so the last part of this lesson is just addition. If you see something like this, 4 plus 407 plus 3,526, just be careful when you add it. Make sure that you add it up correctly. Line up your numbers. So 407, make sure you put the 4 in the hundreds place, 0 in the tens, 7 in the ones, and this 4 in the ones. Then you can add it. Don't add your 4 to the thousands, because that's not where it goes. So just make sure your number is in the correct spot.